Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another surprise video on the first two-way, because we've got a little problem with this. It's developed, well, it's not developed, it's got a misfire and it's throwing fault codes and it's limping, so we've got a problem. Now I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and we'll run through it now and I'll tell you what I think. Alright, so we got this car fully built up the other day and cleared down the codes. All seemed to be, perfectly fine. So I drove it home, which is only, 2 miles, I think, something like that. And as soon as you set off and try to give it any throttle, it dropped into limp, and I just limped it home basically. So on your scanner, it's coming up as a misfire, which is a bit of a strange one really, because obviously this is a diesel. So we haven't got coil packs or spark plugs. So I was having a bit of a nosy about it. Let me just open it up. And this really should have twigged in my head whilst I had the front end off. But I'll show you what I mean. So obviously we know this car had a pretty decent front end altercation with something, and yeah, we've replaced all the front end and built it back up. So when the front end was completely off, I did notice, and I'll show you now if you can see it. So that's the catalytic converter. You can see there's a nice decent dint in the front of it. Now thinking about it now, it's purely obvious. The cat in there, if it's been hit, it's been crushed, it's been smashed to bits, it'll be half blocked. So, on tick over, not really much of an issue because there's not much gases trying to get down there. But these little diesels with little turbos, they run a hell of a lot of boost. So as soon as you get on throttle, boost kicks in and you're throwing out a lot more, exhaust gases then. So them exhaust gases are not getting through quick enough. They're backing back up and causing a misfire. Simple as that. Back into the engine and causing a misfire. So thinking about it, it's obvious that was the issue, But like I said, when I saw it, I'll be honest with you, I just didn't even put two and two together. It's like I said on tick over, the fault's cleared down straight away. So we put it back together, and we got ourselves a misfire. So I have got us a new one. I won't say new actually. Sorry. I have got us a replacement. Now this has come from Cinetec, funnily enough, because Cinetec do some parts as well. It's from their eBay shop, so it's not like it's an auction. It's just they do sell some salvage parts. So in here we should have ourselves a cat. So I think if I remember rightly, this was off a car with about, I think it had 20,000 miles on it, something like that. So it's less than this one. This is 33, and there don't appear to be many fixings holding it on, just a couple of exhaust clamps and a couple of mounting points, and then we've got a few plugs and whatnot. So our biggest issue is going to be access, because I'm not taking this front end off again to change that. I'm going to do it in position, so it's going to be a bit fiddly getting down there and undoing any mounting points, but it's got to be done. So I'm hoping, like I said, I'm pretty sure this will solve our issue, but there's only one way to find out. I don't think you can even, no, you can't see the cat at all in it, but yeah, let's crack on. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to capture for you in terms of actual work, but I'll do my best and see what you can see. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we got it out in the end. It wasn't overly difficult. The most difficult part was actually getting these exhaust clamps to actually free off, top and bottom. So that's our damage there. That's some of my blood, because it's been cutting me to bits. And yeah, it doesn't even look that much, but I've just noticed if I, you know, put that out here, look at that, that's your cat. And that shouldn't be doing that. No, there shouldn't be bits coming out of it, so there's obviously some damage in there. And hopefully, you know, that's enough to have caused our issue. So we will find out. That's our new one, our replacement. Oh, let's get it back on here. This rain isn't going away, so the quicker I get it done, the drier I stay. Yeah, got a nice big hole there now. Drop straight down underneath and out the bottom. Quite easily really, there's plenty of room. Right, I'll get the new one in. Guys, so I think we're just about ready to try this sucker out. So I've got my scanner in there ready, but just before we do, just check this out. Something I never knew about. We have, underneath our spare wheel, an AdBlue tank. So this runs on AdBlue as well. Never knew that. So there we go. I'll straighten all that stuff up after. Alright, let's check this computer out. Right, I'll give it a bit of a road test, and we've got rid of the misfire issue, but we've still got a problem. I've been poking around and doing various bits and pieces, and as I poked around down here, I've noticed that pipe snapped off. Well, that pipe goes onto the turbo actuator, so that's obviously going to cause us a massive problem. And it must have just been resting up against like that, because I've not noticed it, even with all the front end off. I'm just seems to be finding issue after issue with this car. So I'm going to do some research now and check out exactly if that's a separate unit or if it's the complete actuator. And I'll have to get one of them ordered because it snapped the actual fitting off the plastic end of the actuator, so we're going to need a complete new one. So we move on to the next problem. So what I'll do, I'll source that, I'll look into it, I'll source the piece, and we'll carry on in this video so that we have a resolution to this issue all in the one video. So I'll see you in a few days. Right then, so it's been over a week since I started this job, and well, I've been away for a bit, haven't I? So that's basically why. So anyway, got myself a brand new electronic actuator. That's the piece that I snapped off inside this rubber pipe. So it looks an extremely easy job. You've got two bolts holding it on here. You can see one there. You can just about see one down there. What, this 13mm or something. And then all you're going to have is the actuator end in there. So I'm going to take this little heat shield back off, and it's right at the front there, so I don't think this is going to take any time at all, and we'll have actuator on, and when we can finally see, hopefully this has sorted out our problem. Because like I said, we have done the cats, you've seen that did get rid of the misfire, but I'm still getting a limp mode because the back line snaps off, isn't it? So it's going to rain, but let's get on with it. I'll get that on, and then we will try it again and see if it finally is alright. Alright, I've got it off. Literally 2-minute job. Very easy. But yeah, that's the snap bit. So now I need to try to get the end of the new one adjusted to exactly the same as that. So I'll measure that threaded end, or should I measure from the elbow, or even perhaps best measuring from that to the end of this, isn't it? Just in case there's a little bit of difference in this bar. So measure from that bracket end to the end of there, and then match it up with that one. tighten the end up, and then throw that one back on, and then we can test it. Yeah, it's a good job that I measured from the actual bracket, because them two now measure the same from that edge to that edge. And if you look how much thread there is there, there's a lot less thread on the new one. Now this isn't a genuine from Peugeot, you see, so like I said, there's going to be differences in that arm, and probably just the amount of thread that's on it, but as long as our measurements are the same there, then I can't see it causing any issues. So I'm going to throw this on now in the rain. It's time to get wet. Right, right, so we're all back together again. Let's just clear anything that is on the computer, should we say. Come on, there we go. Some ignition lights on. Get rid of that. Right. Okay, right. Let's have a quick scan just to clear everything from before. A quick smart scan. Oh, it's a bit of a state in here. I'm going to take some clearing up. So gravel and rubbish all over. I haven't given it a clean at all inside since we got it. Even the dashboard's dusty, because that's how it came from the breakers where I got it from. So yeah, engine control module. Okay, that's fine. Clear fault code. Done. So if we start it now, we shouldn't have any light. Let it go out. Let it go out. There, it's gone out. Right. So we have no lights. Can't say it sounds any different, to be honest, but right, I'll give this a road test now. Obviously it won't be on camera because I haven't got anything I can hold it with, so give me a minute and I'll come back. Right then, that was a successful test drive. I've done pretty much 10 miles in it and drives faultlessly is the word I'm trying to find. No bumps, no rattles, no squeaks. Comes onto boost nice. Boost, you know, hey, it's no rocket ship, don't get me wrong, but what they got, I think 75 brake horse. I think these are known for their economy. They're quoted at doing a 74, I think, mile per gallon, and you know, with that AdBlue in the boot, maybe it does, don't know, on a run maybe. So here, 1.6 diesel, 75 brake horse. But yeah, it drives really nice, to be fair, actually. Quite surprised. Be a great little car for someone, and a bargain, I think. 2018 car. Well, it's going to be £5 or something, just under £5. But I've just noticed as well, I've had this car 8 weeks and I've only just noticed it has cruise control. I hadn't even noticed that. I spotted it in the other one with the better spec, but I didn't think this had it. And the only reason why I noticed it was I went for the indicator and missed it, and Joe caught my hand on that. I was like, what was that? And yeah, cruise control. It's funny. So that's probably going to be it for this video, really. Now we are pretty much done, barring, you know, good clean. It's rank in here. I need to give it a really good clean, and inside will be done then. So yes, pretty much finished with this car. It needs a good clean inside. We still need to wet sand the bonnet, but I won't do that in a video. I'll wet sand it, polish it back up, stick the badges on the front of it, give it a good wash in and out, good clean, get some pictures. This doesn't need an MOT. It's still, well, it's only, what is it, 22 months old, something like that. So it's got over a year yet before it needs its first MOT, so it won't need an MOT. It drives great, so I'm not concerned about anything in it now. I think it's ready to go, isn't it? Pretty much. Now obviously with the added cost of the cat that I had to change and the actuator, I think the catalyst was about £200 second hand, and the actuator was brand new, that was £100, so that's another £300 we've had to spend on this car, which I hadn't really, you know, bargained for. I do make sure there's a bit of margin before I buy these for these bits and pieces, but that £300 will take a decent chunk out of the profits from this car if there is going to be any. But anyway, that's the way it is, isn't it? It needed them because it wasn't running right. It's running right now, no codes at all, nothing. Done 10 miles. Sounds great. Everything works perfect. It's got a brand new windscreen, replacement dash, airbags. All the front end's been changed. We've done a hell of a lot on this car, and like I said, I think it's worth £5,000. I don't know. Tell me what you think. It's got to be worth 5,000, hasn't it? 33,000 miles and a 22-month-old car. These, like I said, were about 16 grand brand new. So I think £5,000. It's got a hell of a lot of life in it. So I'm happy. I'm happy how it's turned out. So that's going to be it for this one. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Big thumbs up for the video, and don't forget to press that bell notification so that you're notified of every future video that I put up. We've cracked on a little bit with the Polo now as well. The next video is going to be completely stripping apart that Polo to get all the damaged parts off, and we can get a proper list then of everything that it needs to get it built back up. And we've also got that other 208 as well that we need to pull apart, again for the same reason, to find the parts that we need for it, get them ordered, and get that fixed for the lad who wanted it. So that's going to be it. Also, don't forget, 10,000 subscribers, we're still going to give a car away. My idea was a car, but I will put it out to you. The kind of car we're going to have to get will obviously be a cheap car. It's going to be a cheap car. So if you guys would rather one of these, a brand new one of these, this is what I use for scanning my cars. If you would rather one of these instead of the car, because you know most of you people have looked at the the ages of people that watch my channel, and they're generally my age and up. So let's be honest, you guys probably don't need a £500 car, but you might find some use out of something like this. So have a think about it. If you'd rather something like this or this instead of a cheap car for the first giveaway at least, then we can always do that instead. I would like to do a car at some point, but perhaps when we're a bigger channel and I can afford to spend some more money on something a bit nicer, perhaps that might be the best idea. But anyway, up to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you think about this car. So yeah, I'm going to go. I'm waffling on. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.